please, let's not start all this again. They're my embryos, all right? I've made my decision.
I just don't want you to do something that you're going to regret later. They should never have barged in on your birthday dinner.
They're desperate.
They haven't given you enough time to think things through. You should have told Gus and Lucy this was the wrong time to be discussing it.
I know how much this all means, yeah, and they were waiting for my answer. Mum, I feel really, really sorry for Lucy.
Yeah, she knows that. And she's using it to blackmail you into giving them your eggs.
Nobody is blackmailing anybody. I needed to make a decision on it, and I did.
But this decision shouldn't only be about what they want. This decision should be about what this could do to you.
Mum, you went over all of this yesterday.
And I will keep on going over it until you hear me. I'm not going to stand by quietly and watch my daughter wreck her life.
My life? My decision.
You always know best, don't you? You never listen to me.
Maybe because that's when I needed to. All I could hear was a deafening silence. Where were you when Pierce was wrecking my life, eh? Because it's a bit late now to show up and give the caring mother act. I have had years of learning to cope without you. It's simple. They're my embryos, it's none of her business.
Why do you have to be so stubborn? Why do you want to help Gus? He was a terrible husband, always letting you down.
Well, you've changed your tune, because there was a time when you said he was a great guy and I should give him a second chance.
Yeah, well, I didn't really know what he was like then.
And you always thought you knew better than I did about the men in my life, which is ironic, considering you never told me the truth about your own marriage. Oh, maybe the truth is, I wasn't good enough for you.
Don't be ridiculous.
I really don't think dragging up ancient history is going to help either of you.
On the contrary, maybe we should have had this out years ago. I was never the perfect daughter that she thought she deserved, and she could never resist telling me.
That's not true.
It's how I felt, Mum. Nothing I did was right. So I just stopped trying to please you. Maybe that's when you gave up on me.
I never gave up on you.
Why did you stop seeing me or even calling me?
Because you shut me out. You obviously didn't want to hear anything I had to say.
Do you know what, Marlon, you're right. This argument is a waste of time if she is going to rewrite history.
Maybe we should all just try and calm down for a bit.
No, I've got a better idea. If she can't stop herself from picking on me, then maybe it's time my mother realised she's outstayed her welcome.
Your mum's really upset.
That makes two of us.
Do you really want her to move out?
If she keeps telling me everything I do is wrong, then it's the only answer. Surely you must see that.
I can see that if you and your mum don't settle this, then Smithy isn't going to be a safe place, and I don't want April and Leo living in a war zone.
Then you need to talk to my mother and not me.
There wouldn't be much point. Because I think she's right on this one.
What?
And before you start yelling at me, I just mean about the embryos thing. Whatever happened between you and your mum from childhood onwards is just ancient history. And if the pair of you can't get past that, then she probably couldn't stay with us anyway.
Right, so you agree it's best she moves out?
I think it's best that you don't fight old battles, because that never helps.
Well, whatever we do, she needs to admit that she's wrong about the embryos. I have agreed to let Lucy use them. I can't go back on that.
Like you say, that is your choice. It is. I wish you'd taken a bit more time to think things through calmly.
Because you think I'm wrong too. Listen, embryo and sperm donation can be amazing for childless couples, OK? And this is what Gus and Lucy have been yearning for.
It's what you and Gus were yearning for at the start when you thought you couldn't have one any other way.
Well, what's that got to do with this?
Everything. I can't help worrying how you're going to feel when one of them finally does become a baby.
Well, that will be their joy. I won't be having anything more to do with it by then, will I?
We both know that's never going to be true.
Peace offering. I can get you something to eat with that if you want.
No thanks.
I don't want any more rows. That's why I'm here. I'm sorry I upset you so much, Poppet.
You're out of order, Mum.
I know. And I can see how happy you and Marlon and the kids are. I don't want to be the one that gets in the way of all that. So if you really think it's time I left, I'll start packing.
No, it's not what I want, but we cannot go on like this.
I know I can talk out of order sometimes. I think I know the best about everything, but it's only because I care. Because I want the best for you.
I know you do, Mum. It's just sometimes it doesn't feel like that. And it's certainly not helping with this.
No, I haven't always been the world's greatest mother, and you're right. I was never honest about my marriage. But I am trying to learn from my mistakes so that I can get it right in the future. I respect your decision about the embryos. And if you let me stay, I won't say another word on the subject.
Well, I can promise never to mention it again too.
You told me that you thought my mum was right.
I did, and I do. But in the end, we want to respect your decision and make it easy for you.
Right, so you're telling me that the two people I care about most in the world are going to bite their tongue, stay silent, and not tell me how they feel? Am I that scary?
We thought that's what you wanted.
Mum, I don't know what I want. I've got two options, and they both terrify me.
At least you're thinking about it again.
I haven't stopped thinking about it. And you know you're right, Marlon. I would never be able to stay away from that baby.
I'm sure they'll understand. That's natural.
It's not fair on them, though, is it? But then it's not fair on me. It's just impossible situation.
That's their fault because you believed those embryos were destroyed and that this could never happen.
And I can't let it happen. But it's not going to be easy to tell them that I'm crushing their dreams, is it? Which is why I don't want you to leave. Mum, I'm going to need my family around me to help me through this.